Greetings, Negroes. Come on in here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. What up? Hit the bell so you get the notifications. Told you I wasn't done. Jabron, I just packed your package. I appreciate you. I'm glad you back. I was gonna die without you. I'm glad you back, pimp. It's knitted season. Let's get it going. Elevator going up. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Make sure y'all share this live stream. Boom, boom, boom. Share this live stream as y'all come in here. About to get it going. Make sure y'all go to my website too. TheRealDribble.com. You see Mark Curry working valet. What's wrong with working? Why is that news that he's working? What's wrong with working? I work. I'm a door dasher. What's wrong with working? You got to put in the work. I appreciate if you answered me. You came in here and you made a statement about Mark Curry having a job. What's wrong with working? My man said Jay-Z not playing at all. At all. Dun, dun. Time to get to work. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all was at the Stevie Wonder concert with me last night. That shit was really something. Boy, oh boy. Boom, boom, boom. Without nothing wrong with an honest living. Yeah, man, what's wrong with working a job? Somebody came in here and announced that Mark Curry was working as a working valet or some shit like that. What's wrong with that? I need answers. I just got done doing an interview not long ago. So somebody was just in this chair. I got to move this so I can get on. Harlem, New York. Gully trunked up. Oh, nah, man. I ain't trucked up yet. This is my old shit. I got some new shit coming. I ain't got my Gully piece on. I got some new shit coming, some big shit. I ain't done trucking. Shout out to the truck drivers. I ain't done trucking. Deion Cole said Stevie Wonder took his girl back in the day. He probably did. Could sing his ass off. I seen him on concert last night. He said Gully feeling like a kingpin today. Feel like a kingpin every day. Feel like a kingpin every day. You see some difference in my character? Do you? I be on here with a t-shirt on, popping my shit. I'm a point guard, my nigga. You heard? I'm a point guard. I'm greater than a kingpin. How about that? You know about that point guard talk. Y'all bear with me. I gotta get my. I know I should have left these up because I just was in here. You definitely passed the rock when homeboy wanted the fair one. I had on my diamonds that day. I ain't want no parts of that bum ass nigga. And he was standing in front of my business. You know what I'm saying? Y'all often reference that video. Y'all never talk about the push button Saab I was driving that day. Y'all never talk about that. Or them carrots hanging from my neck. Nah, I don't want to fight you. Get the fuck on away from me. don't never talk about the push button sob I was in and shit. No, get away from me. Get away from my business. I don't want nothing to do with you. Gone. Niggas don't be having nothing to lose. Something I saw interesting was why anyone not getting sued if they're telling lies. Getting on these internet platforms, like, getting on these internet platforms that you tune into, that's one thing. But getting on Piers Morgan, that I believe is on television, that's a whole nother ball game. It's a whole nother ball game. And as soon as he did that, they put the fucking law on him. They brought out the lawyers. Yeah. How the hell did Jaguar Wright get on the show in the first place? I'm gonna tell you how. Piers Morgan, like a lot of European predators, like Vlad, like what's the other boy name? Adam 22. They've taken notice of the power of urban media. So him not being familiar, he didn't know who Jaguar Wright was or nothing like that. He just felt that she was something that was hot, viral, and trending due to, Diddy being incarcerated. So he said, I'm gonna jump on it. He didn't know that girl was out of her goddamn mind. And it came back to bite his ass. The attorneys from the Carter cartel, the attorneys ran down on his ass, and he had to apologize, and he had to erase that shit. But people already seen it, but, it was just letting everybody know. Do they hear what she's saying? They don't appreciate it. You could say it on these little, monkey ass platforms just on the internet and shit. But that Piers Morgan and shit, that's a television platform that he's interviewed a lot of politicians and people in high places and shit. When you escalate to telling your mistruths on a platform of that magnitude, something has to be done about it. So that's what happened. Baby Bob, what's up, G? He said, Gully, show the kicks. What you rocking? You always want to see my shoes. Glass slippers. Glass slippers. Bob, what's good, G? Pony down. Yeah. I'm glad that you asked that, because niggas be wearing Air Jordans with Sergio Tech. It don't go together and shit. There's certain footwear that go with this shit here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, Jaguar Wright. I think after this situation I have with Piers Morgan, I think she gonna pipe down. I believe everybody's gonna look around the room and say, okay, we probably should try to ostracize her now, because the authorities, the legal representation has got involved in shit. You know what I mean? He said D-boy Detroit shit. My sneaker game is I'm way out there. Bob, no, that's one of the first conversations we had and shit when we met. And then our fashion conversations led to me doing the Murder Unit series and shit. But yeah, my sneaker game is way out there, man. You need a compass to come up with this shit. It was something refreshing seeing a white man having to publicly apologize to a black man. I heard some people say that. His ass was dead wrong. And not only that, the whole topic, it don't interest him. Piers Morgan don't be following what's going on in hip-hop and entertainment and shit like that. He just noted it was associated with Diddy and it was hot. He had Mark Curry on there prior. He might have asked somebody else, maybe Fat Joe, I don't know, don't quote me on that. Mark Curry was on that platform. So he's aware of the power, the drawing power of these topics concerning Diddy. So he went after it. And I'm glad that his monkey ass was forced to apologize. Subscribe to the channel. He said he's a part of the play. Y'all need to do y'all research. Don't nobody even care. Don't nobody care. But as far as us, you know, keeping up with what's going on online, don't nobody want to hear that broad keep getting online hating on motherfuckers, man. Evil ass broad. Yeah. Let me know what cities is up in here, man. I'm gonna open the hotline in a minute. And we're gonna get to it. I ain't been on here. I've been working. I got some things I'm trying to buy and shit. Conspiracy theories. Richmond, Virginia, Detroit, Frisco. I think she's on drugs. I think I agree with you. Alabama, Queens, Detroit, Brooklyn, Liberty County, Texas, east of Houston, Richmond, Vegas, Virginia Beach, Columbia, South Carolina, Boston, 757, that's Norfolk. Why hasn't she been sued? Probably because she don't got any money. And I heard that it's a little bit, it's kind of hard to prove defamation of character. After all, it's only her opinion, even though she lying and making up shit. It's just, I don't think it's enough to prove defamation in court. California, Plainfield, New Jersey. That's Plainfield. That's where my man Sam Scar is from. And homegirl, I think Vita is from Plainfield also. The National Enquirer is still selling after all these years. It's called a tabloid magazine. I'm pretty sure that they've been sued at some point too. She doesn't even have an address to be served at. Youngstown, what up? They don't want to be bothered with the courts, which is why it's never fun being in court. And not only that, it costs money to file a lawsuit. Why would you spend money to file a lawsuit when the person that you pursuing civilly don't got no money or assets and shit? It don't make sense. I skipped the gym today. I was tired. I was driving last night. I seen Stevie Wonder in concert. I want to dispel something that we need to remove this from popular opinion. The whole idea of white folks not having any rhythm and not being able to dance, some bullshit. It's some bullshit. I seen some white folks jigging like a motherfucker last night. I said, well, goddamn. Yeah. Vegas Strong said, I'm not ignoring Jaguar. That's your prerogative, whether you, if that feeds your spirit, do what you do. People say, it seemed like you defending Puff and Jay-Z and shit like that. And I seriously don't understand what it was that Jay-Z did. Did Jay-Z do something that, did Jay-Z do something that people should be upset about? Tell me. The joints was out at the Stevie Wonder concert. Everybody was there, black, white, and candy stripe. There was a lot of white people there. I felt like I was at a civil rights rally. A lot of older people. And it was very, very harmonious. It was one of the most diverse concerts I've ever been at. It was as far as star power, I've seen R. Kelly, I've seen Jay-Z, I've seen Drake, I've seen Warren G, I've seen Heavy D, I've seen Ice Cube, I've seen Biggie, I've seen Tupac, I've seen the Dog Pound, seen Naughty by Nature. Stevie Wonder's in that's a whole nother level. It made me understand that hip hop is a bubble. We just a part of it. But hip hop is just a small portion of the musical landscape. I'm pretty sure them other genres of music probably make way more money than hip hop. Rock, pop, soul, R&B. I'm pretty sure all of those genres is way more powerful than hip hop. Omega TV, I appreciate your super chat. Thank you. Foxy said Hove didn't do nothing to her, but you people gonna try to tie him or something. She been tweeting that all week that he hasn't. There's nothing there. People persisted to put out some content stating that at whatever period Foxy is gonna say this and this and that. Let's say it was something inappropriate that happened between them. You think she gonna put him in jail? You think she gonna tell that shit? That nigga helped her out. Annie from Brooklyn. She not doing no shit like that. Don't make no sense. He said, nah, hip hop is the leading genre. What do you have to support that? What do you have to support that? Because I seen Stevie Wonder at this arena in Pittsburgh. I believe the Pittsburgh Penguins play in this arena. I think it's called PPG Arena. What hip hop artists are selling out arenas right now? Let's say if we're gonna reach, somebody like Drake probably could sell out a certain arena. Possibly. But you gotta give me something to support that. Travis Scott. Kanye probably. Yeah. Since all of these black high-profile celebrities are being taken down, I got a feeling someone is gonna find dirt on Michael Jordan next. Kendrick, Nicki. I don't know if Nicki's selling out no arenas. Stevie Wonder didn't sell out the Pittsburgh Arena, but it was damn near sold out. I got content for y'all. I'm gonna take y'all there. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see it. Very, very powerful. He said, what's your God body name? I have a righteous name by birth. My name is Jamil Ali, but born supreme Allah. Yeah. Don't I fit that title? Born supreme? I think so. Nicki is nearly washed. Travis Scott sold out 100,000. I think somebody died around Travis Scott. According to the chat, GPT, hip hop is the leading genre in America. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that. I don't. Capital City, New Jersey, peace. These other platforms would be idiots to platform Jaguar after apology from Piers Morgan. I believe a lot of these platforms online don't really care. They don't. People trying to meet the threshold. They got a threshold that's associated with Google AdSense. If you want to get paid once a month, we get paid on the 21st every month, by the way. YouTube checks come out on the 21st every month. If you don't meet a certain threshold, you're not going to get a check for the month. Niggas don't be wanting to wait another month. Niggas want to check every month. Niggas don't be wanting to wait 60 days. So niggas is going to just do anything, man, to meet that threshold and shit. So that's why you see a lot of bullshit online. For real. Country music is big. Jay-Z sold out PPG. Jay-Z, Drake, they the, like, you know, what you would consider whales in hip hop. So I believe that. Jaguar Beyonce cheese lying her ass off and they be eating it up. Yeah, Jay-Z and better. They have been taking advantage of her PCP habit. I don't know how much of what's going on with her can be attributed to drug abuse. I think the bitch evil. I think she's evil. If you look at her face when she be saying a lot of this shit, her face be all turned the fuck up and shit. I don't like that broad. I wish she go about her business. I don't. She ain't got nothing good to say about nobody. I hate those types of people and shit. But whatever she said, I didn't watch the Piers Morgan interview. Whatever she said, she was forced to apologize, and he had to edit out certain shit. I think just the shit that she said about the Carters, that would be Jay-Z and Beyonce. You had to get it up off of there. Her biggest addiction is attention. I agree with that. She's disgruntled because she lost her son. Why would she be mad at Jay-Z because she lost her son? Why would she be mad at Puff? Why would she be mad at Patti LaBelle? She said something about Patti LaBelle. It's more. She don't got nothing nice to say about anybody. She's one of the more rotten people who's been in media recent years and shit. She's very devilish. She's evil. She threw her son's ashes on the boy's father on IG Live. Ho flexed his muscle on Piers. They had her crazy ass meet up with Orlando Brown. Yeah, 2 Looney Tunes. All media loves drama. Podcasters are the worst when it comes to it. Most people be lying, and the podcaster be knowing the whole time. They just want the dirt, no matter whether it's true or not. I wouldn't do that to my platform. I wouldn't serve y'all no shit like that. I wouldn't. Somebody just said Gully is a Jay-Z fan. I'm 100% a Jay-Z fan. Why wouldn't I be a fan of someone who self-proclaimed themselves the spokesman for hustlers? Why wouldn't I be a fan of that? Why wouldn't I be a fan of that? Tell me. Why wouldn't I be a fan of that? Most hustlers is a fan of Jay-Z. You know why? He speak the language. And you can't expect us not to be a fan of that and shit. When he speak the language, he represent a lifestyle that we have participated in and shit. So, yeah, I love Hov. Love his music. I always did. Esco, too. I grew up on that shit. Diddy, too. I ain't got nothing against Diddy. Diddy ain't raped nobody in my motherfucking family. He ain't roofie nobody in he ain't put none of my people drinks and shit like that. So, I don't give a fuck what he did. I'ma still play that shit. That shit gonna still bang on my... that shit still gonna be coming out, hopping out my speaker and shit. He said being biased. I'm not being biased. I don't think Jay-Z did anything. And Puff ain't been convicted of anything. Some of us aren't easily swayed and shit like that. And that's just what it is and shit. Until they go about convicting Puff, I ain't got nothing against that nigga. Period. How long do you think the Lakers will pretend that Bronny is good? I don't know. I know Magic Johnson said that he need to take his ass to the G League and shit. He just played 13 minutes. He didn't have a bucket. And the nigga that he was sticking on defense was taking his ass to the rack. It's very frustrating, man. I don't know what to say about the Lakers right now. The YSL case is close to getting dismissed. Merc Mecca. I'm going to open the hotline in a minute. I want to hear what y'all got to say about the Piers Morgan apology. Gully and feeling the flyness. I be on here fly all the time and shit. Let me put this truck up. Y'all seem to think truck make a motherfucker fly. I was fly before I put them goddamn chains on. I get what y'all saying. That shit ain't nothing. That shit ain't nothing, man. Don't be putting motherfuckers on pedestals, man, because they got on a little truck and shit like that. That's not what make a motherfucker fly. If I was here dressed in a burlap sack, I'd still be flying shit. Prison uniforms, no jewelry. You can still spot the fly guys and shit. Them niggas is over there and shit. Jewelry don't make a motherfucker fly. Or important. You see a lot of niggas that run around with jewelry on all the time and shit. That's because they get that reaction from y'all and shit. They ain't got no true self-worth. They don't. He said hollow jewelry. That's not my shit. My truck ain't hollow. That's them chains lapped up on top of each other and shit. Some shit's banging up against each other and shit. See? Whenever I put on this shit, y'all seem to have a problem, man. That shit enrages people. I see why y'all be killing motherfuckers for chains and shit like that. You broke niggas don't know how to act, man. Y'all see a bunch of... This shit ain't for y'all, man. These called hoe catchers and shit, man. you niggas shouldn't be triggered by no goddamn jewelry and shit. Y'all shouldn't. Y'all shouldn't. He said, you ain't got to prove shit to these cats. Some niggas ain't used to being amongst players and shit like that, man. It's like you got niggas that have and those that have not. You be having to give footnotes to these niggas that have not and shit. You know what I'm saying? But don't even trip. I got another joint coming and shit. It's going to put me over $1 and some change. It'll be done in about 2-3 weeks and shit. That's why I ain't even been wearing it, because I got a new joint. I got a big joint. Big ass Nefertiti head on it, like Big Daddy Kane. I've been wanting one all my life. I'm gonna have it in a few weeks. Only people that react to jewelry don't have none. I agree. That's the internet for you. He said that shit be intimidating dudes. I agree. I got a whole website full of fly shit, man. Go to therealdribble.com, man. You can't miss. But anyway, let me see if we can get this hotline buzzing and shit. I got t-shirts, I got sweaters, I got sweatsuits, I got all of that shit. Go to therealdribble.com, get right. Broke people spend money on jewelry and rims. Wealthy people buy companies and gold stock. I got 2 companies. That's why I was able to buy the truck. You niggas need help, man. Don't come in here giving no bad advice. Idris Amir, I sent out your gummies. Thank you. Here in Philly, we all know Jaguar Wright likes to smoke the Wiggles, and the Wiggles is what we call PC. I heard that. I heard she be getting dusted. Moderators, put the number in the chat. 646-592-7850. I want to know how y'all feel about Piers Morgan being forced to apologize for what was described as having a deranged guest on his show. They called her deranged. How can I get those CMOS gummies you was eating on a different episode? TheRealDribble.com. Go there. Jaguar Wright was the guest. Piers Morgan didn't have no reason having, didn't have no business having her on his platform and shit. Bottom line, he wouldn't be talking to her. I believe these people who are entertainers, they should be insulted when someone called them to their platform and don't ask them about anything that they got going on in commerce. This is Idris, I know it.
What's going on?
Talk to me.
What's up, man?
This who?
This Idris Amir.
Oh, yeah, I thought so. Dayton, Ohio in the building and shit. How you feel about Piers Morgan being forced to apologize publicly?
Shit, I was waiting on somebody to sue her. My thing was she ain't got no money to take from her, so they was waiting on her to get on somebody's platform that got money, and they was gonna, pursue that shit. She need to be locked up though, man. Like she really do. Like I remember one time you was talking about people defending they thing. You was saying making it a masculinity thing, but Gully, if a lie is left out there, people will believe that shit, man. People believe that shit. Like for instance, I never understood like you don't fuck with Big U, and I get that. But Loose Cannon is the same nigga. Remember now, he was doing the work for him. He was going taking shit from people and doing the same thing.
I'm glad you pointed that out, and I'm explaining the situation with Loose Cannon. Loose Cannon is an actor in a movie right now. Loose Cannon is a part of a reality show that's being aired on BET Plus, I believe. Loose Cannon got records with Nipsey Hussle, Draco the Ruler, just to name a few. I'm just pointing out a few things.
But look though, we gonna skip over the fact that his music is whack. And listen, every day he's on the internet talking about this man. I've never heard Big U talk about any of these dudes, Wright 100 to any of them. Every day, Gully.
Sweetheart.
Look, there it goes.
Hey yo, I believe he understands.
Not only that negative energy carry him everywhere he go. You see that shit that happened on the set of his reality show? Like the dude is just. I think he's fooling you. I think he making you think he just this good dude. You gotta remember now, Gully. He the one.
Nah. He can't convince me that he's a good dude. He's a jacker. He said, yeah, he a jacker. He said that.
And I think his time will come and it'll go. You feel me? I think his time will come and it'll go. But I think that, like I said, I never hear Big U saying anything about any of these guys. Never.
I'm gonna tell you why. This is my opinion on why he don't say anything. Them niggas, Loose Cannon and them niggas, him and the people around him, from my perception, them is the niggas that put in the work. He was calling them to run up on DJ Khaled. He called them to run up on, I think, Meek Mill. That would tell me that he got some type of block work with him. Like, he's still in tune with the block. He can still go get like 15, 20 niggas to get busy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You think he's still hanging around that area around Big U? I don't think so.
Nah. I think he getting a little money from entertainment. I don't think he's around him, but he clearly said when I interviewed him, he like, man, that nigga old. That nigga ain't putting in no work. That nigga ain't gonna do nothing, and everybody know he ain't gonna do nothing. If it probably was a period when Big U was active, you know what I'm saying? And that's not today. Once a motherfucker get comfortable, start eating well and shit like that, they ain't trying to be in the field and putting in no work or nothing like that. So
can I ask you this? Is he not just as bad? Because I remember you dog Big U badly.
I don't fuck with Big U. I don't fuck with Big U.
So listen, how can you fuck with Cannon? He just as bad.
I just told you he's a rapper.
And let me tell you this, bro. That song that you put on the air with him, I said, man, what the fuck? I couldn't believe you put that shit up. That shit was trash.
I didn't agree. I didn't think that that joint was hot, but the joint that he did with Draco Ruler, it ended up getting flagged, so it's not on my channel anymore. Draco the Ruler, his family or whoever is a part of his estate, they want all their money for that joint. And even though Loose Cannon was featured on it, I still got flagged for it. And I thought that song right there showed me that he was a professional and shit. Him doing a diss, I think it was called the Booty Warrior Freestyle. That was a Meek Mill diss.
That shit was trash.
I think that was. I think that was.
That shit was whack.
I think that was some comedy type shit. I didn't take that shit serious.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah.
But
look, man,
I appreciate you calling in all the time. I appreciate your input, man. I'm gonna take another call. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. New York, talk to me.
Yo, Gully, what's good?
What's going on with you, pimp? What's your name?
Chilling this KM.
I appreciate you calling in. How you feel about Piers Morgan being forced to apologize for the things that he said that was said on his show by Jaguar Wright?
Shit, I feel like my people need a job, yo. Feel like shit's getting out of hand out here, man. You know, they need some DoorDash or something.
These niggas be too proud to DoorDash. These niggas be too proud to DoorDash, man. Let's just put it out there, and I don't care what type of flack I get from it. Gene need to go about his business. Choke No Joke need to go about his business. DeHaven need to go about his business. There's certain people that keep saying the same shit over and over and over and shit. And I respect DeHaven. I never met him in person. I talked to him on the phone before, I believe. And I acknowledged him as a hustler and shit, but to keep talking about Jay-Z year after year after year and keep going on platforms and shit like that, I don't think your motive is getting any equality or understanding. I think that you just, at this point, you just like the celebrity associated with being in front of these cameras. The same with Choke No Joke. Choke No Joke just keep going on and on and on. There's a video I posted on my Instagram page, and he said a bunch of shit about Jay-Z going solo is the reason that Beans and State Property and them is back in Philly. That makes no goddamn sense.
None whatsoever.
That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Them niggas was rappers before they met Jay-Z. After the Rockefeller shit was over with, them niggas did nothing. Beanie got shot. The Young Guns and them niggas did nothing. Oskino, he's painting now. He's doing whatever. You know, let's say Oskino is exercising his talent. He painting now. Sparks was getting high. And I think Neef Buck was catching cases. You can't blame all of this shit on Jay-Z. It just don't make any sense. But Choke No Joke seems to think that Jay-Z should be held accountable for them niggas not being successful. That don't make no goddamn sense whatsoever.
Nah, none whatsoever. And it's just crazy how YouTube, it just seems like with this whole Diddy shit, everything just opened the floodgates. Like, everybody doing 20 videos a day. I'm just looking at it like, I just don't understand how these guys, like, is this a new 9-to-5 hustle? I mean, it can't really pay that much, you know, after watching some of the videos that you said, like, YouTube pays once a month. So I'm not really understanding the math behind that. But just looking at all of this, I mean, I expect Piers Morgan, you know, to do better. To at least do his due diligence or something like that, you know, before putting a loon like that on his platform. But, you know, he ain't really worried about that because, you know, them people don't really face repercussions for stuff like that.
Right.
But it's just not a good look for our people, man, out here. Like, that's the only way we could make money is if we bad talking people. I mean, I'm not really jacking that, man.
I don't like it either. This is what it is, though, right? Any video over 8 minutes... Any video over 8 minutes long, you can put your own ads in them. You can place them wherever you want them at and shit. So if you do a video that's, let's say, 40 minutes long, you can fill that joint up with ads and shit. When people come and watch your videos and them ads pop up in the video, the YouTuber just got paid. So whereas YouTube probably should have been passive income for some people was approaching this shit like a full-time job. They don't care about the quality or credibility of the videos that they putting out. I do. So I just ain't. I agree with you. I ain't with it at all.
Nah, but we appreciate you, man. You know, I've been following you for some time now, maybe about 5 years now. You be doing your thing. You're consistent. Yo, you even got me to stop smoking trees, man. So I thank
appreciate
you. For that,
you. I got a few niggas to quit. Thank you. Keep up the good work.
Man. I appreciate you for that, man. But just wanted to check in, man. Long-time listener and follower, man. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Yep. Peace. Thank you. Right. Next caller. Tell me how y'all feel about the Piers Morgan apology. He said, Gully, that Sergio was hitting. I got this joint in London. These joints ain't here and shit. This is a Sergio that bike riders be wearing and shit. Virginia. Talk to me. Hold on. Talk to me.
What's up? This sunny Sunday from the DMV.
What's going on? Talk to me. How you feel about the Piers Morgan apology?
I had the opportunity one time to actually to meet Hove, man, and you can tell by his aura, man, that he's a genuine dude. He came from what he came from, and he's doing what he's doing, and I think that they're digging for something that ain't there. Everything that I think that, and this was a brief moment, but you can tell. Sometimes you can feel energies. And he was a genuine dude. He ain't know me. I got introduced to him, gave him a pound, and I got the opportunity to just kind of be in his section and his just amongst him and other people, Emery and a couple other people at this red carpet event for Book of Clarence
Right.
premiere out in LA. But I say that to say, I think that they're searching for something that ain't there, a black cat in a black room that isn't there. And I think that a lot of this is entertainment, man. A lot of us, and we're to blame. The audience, the people speaking on it. It's fodder for fitna, if you will. A lot of people would rather watch a house burn than a house be built. And that's just, I don't know, I think it's human error. I think that's just how we are. We like the drama. We like the BS. I mean, we want to be honest with ourselves. It's, like I said, I think it's just fodder for all the nonsense that goes on. There's a lot of things that goes on in that industry. And, I really don't think that a lot of it isn't without consent. But to speak on Piers Morgan and him apologizing, it just shows you what kind of confidence that the Carters have in themselves. Like, look, if you don't stop this, then we're taking and just let something like that happen without them addressing it. They addressed it in the right way.
Yeah, his platform was a little bit too high profile to allow that type of shit to go on.
Yeah, exactly, and it gives it credence when you put it on a national
Absolutely,
platform like that.
absolutely. When it's on that type of platform, people will believe that shit. So,
exactly.
Appreciate you calling in, man. Thanks a lot.
Keep doing your thing, Gully.
Yep.
All right, peace.
Kingdom United TV said, I ain't stopped smoking, but definitely respect the move. I stopped because I couldn't afford it anymore. I was spending a lot of money on weed. I couldn't afford it anymore. I couldn't. It had to stop. I was spending way too much money on weed. Ohio. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Talk to me.
Hey, man. I appreciate you, bro. I've been following you for a while. I have a question, and I've been listening to all of the, what I'm saying, accusations and the videos and this. But you know what I thought of that? Because you're a basketball fan. Picture somebody going up for a jump shot, and then somebody blocks the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now the block shot is hip hop. Who is set to catch hip hop if they destroy all these labels and all these? You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Who's the element? Who's waiting around to pick up these pieces? And then we have our own people trying to egg it on. This person,
You know, and I know who stands to gain by the destruction of hip hop. I mean, already this is well known that after 50 years, this past year was the 50th year of hip hop. Black people don't own hip hop. We don't. There's no.
They're gonna take out the big players because look at the blues, R&B. Like you said, we don't own none of these generics, and all the major distributor and major record companies are they're melting into one big company. I don't
think black people ever owned a distribution company. I think that all of the record labels that we enjoy, Rockefeller, Bad Boy, Rough Rider, Cash Money, they was all in partnerships with big time distributors. But at no point, I don't think nobody ever established a black distribution company.
And I just thought about, I just pictured, these guys at the country club, and they're talking about their businesses. And so what do you do? Well, I sell this. I sell cars and I sell houses, or I sell music. What kind of music you sell? I sell rap and hip hop.
Now you picked. I don't have to say the color of the faces of who's talking.
Yeah, these
But I just
people
thought about
aren't
that.
these people aren't fans of hip hop either. It's just a business endeavor to them. It's a business transaction. So if the most popular rapper is talking about killing and he's turning a profit, they will throw their money and resources behind him because he ain't killing none of their babies. They live in gated communities and shit like that. So again, to them it's just business. I know for a fact. I know for a fact Leor Cohen don't listen to hip hop. I find it hard to believe that he is a fan of hip hop, as well as other people who. I don't think Adam 22 is a fan of hip hop. I don't think he listened to hip hop. I don't think Vlad TV listened to hip hop. I don't. He probably listened to a couple artists, but he's not a no.
So
No.
let me ask you this then. So you do believe it looks more real now, like I don't care if it's 100 million or 1 billion or 3 billion, that money is just not going to be used to uplift our community.
No.
Ever.
No.
I don't care how much they give you.
No.
They're gonna be like, nah, don't take it back to the hood.
No.
Spend it with us. Because when they're talking about taking away all of Diddy's assets, the government's gonna own it, they're gonna alley-oop that to a homie. To one of their homies, if they were, and I'm like you, man. You're innocent until proven guilty, and if the government is after all of his assets, including his record companies and all his companies, that's gonna go up for bid. Bad Boy Records and all the catalogs and all the publishing, all that's gonna be up for grabs, and who's gonna have the bag to grab that?
Nobody.
Because it's gonna be pennies on the dollar, but we don't even have them pennies.
I think it took a long time before Snoop Dogg was able to recover Death Row. I heard he owned Death Row now, but nobody. I just don't
man,
see
I'm not
it.
gonna hold you. I appreciate you taking my call, man. I just wanted to, and I'm glad you were able to take my call, so I can throw that out there because I thought about that, man. I'm saying, man, they smacking the hip hop genre around, and somebody gonna grab it who ain't gonna be one of us.
Yeah. Nah. That's the actual facts and shit. At the end of the day, everybody's responsible for their own conduct. Niggas gotta stop breaking the law.
Nah, for real.
Bottom line.
All right, Gully.
Thanks for calling in.
Big up yourself.
Yeah. I got a super chat from Ill E. Rossing. Jay-Z doing a song called Not Guilty with R. Kelly after beating a case for sexual assault and peeing on a child is nasty work. I agree with you. Thank you for the super chat. Jay-Z tried to bring Dolph and Gotti under Rock Nation. 50 Cent is probably the only competition that will make Jay-Z come outside again. Eagles fans say Jay-Z not worth shit. I don't see why y'all acting like he a saint. Solange ain't fuck him up on accident. Hey, man. Whatever floats your boat, pimp. Seemed like Jay-Z mentoring Rihanna paid off. What do you expect? There was no morality in capitalism. I went to a Stevie Wonder concert last night, right? And I immediately felt an element of healing. And it dawned on me right on the spot that music should be therapeutic and music should heal. I really felt that Stevie Wonder's music could heal a motherfucker. If somebody was sick and they listened to that shit, they probably would feel better. I feel that was the effect of vibrations and music. And then I thought about hip hop and how everybody is always angry and is always the threat of violence and shit like that. This is all attributed to the culture of what hip hop is. I don't think hip hop is music. It's not. It's not. I think music brings people together. I seen it last night at the Stevie Wonder concert. It was one of the most diverse experiences I've ever been a part of and shit. I said to myself, it was full of white people. I said, I don't think that these white people is racist. I don't think that these white people is racist. Not the way they up in here finger popping and singing this nigga music and shit like that. You dig? And it just made me compare what becomes of people who are part of hip hop. And it's like this: if you speak violence, if you speak negativity, it has to have an effect on someone's psychology and shit. You know what I'm saying? It does. It has to have an effect on. It's just. I love hip hop, right? I grew up in it, but everything that D1 has been saying is the truth. It's 100% the truth. There needs to be a motherfucker need to push the reset button. As we was driving to the fucking concert, my shorty was playing music, and I'm listening to the music she playing. I'm like, yo, why don't you turn that shit off? The music that she playing, these bitches is talking about fucking another nigga, breaking up, breakups, adultery, selling pussy, and a bunch of other shit. And I'm like, yo, why is you listening to this shit? Like, you ain't about to be in a breakup, bitch. You happy and shit. Like, why are you listening to this shit? You know what I'm saying? And you can't tell me that the shit that they listening to don't have an effect on their decision-making process. The same with guys. If you listening to this shit, if you absorbing this shit, it has to shape your character some way. It has to shape your character and shit. You know what I'm saying? My man said, right, I hate my old lady music. I'm like, why is you listening to this shit? This shit you listening to is full of bad advice. Like, this shit is detrimental to what we got going on and shit. Like, for real. And I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna do this here because after I left the Stevie Wonder concert, it changed me. It opened my eyes to some things. And I'm gonna say this in front of everybody. I was exposed to Stevie Wonder at home. My grandmother and, you know, my family listened to Stevie Wonder and shit, right? And I've had conflict with people in this hip hop culture. Two of the more high profile incidents was my son and Mano, right? And it dawned on me that this is it. I'm cut from a different cloth, right? And I was bred and raised in love and shit, right? So it's gonna create a different species. That's me. And then I thought about what I've heard Mano say online about his background. His peoples was on heroin and getting high and shit like that. So the person that he became is a nigga that like to jump on motherfuckers and shit and cut motherfuckers and get cut and, you know, harm people and shit like that. So that's who he is and shit. He wasn't raised on love. He was raised on probably survival and shit like that. And we've had conflict. I shouldn't be in conflict with somebody like that. Something that he said online one time was, all my real niggas. He said this in reference to me. He didn't say my name. He said, all my real niggas, we need to stop giving these niggas our stories. And to that, I have to say this. You're not real, fam. I'm real. I had my mom and dad in the crib telling me what's right and raising me with what's right. You dig? You're not real. You're real damaged goods and shit. Because your peoples was getting high and shit like that. You dig? Your peoples was junkies and shit. So the person that you are, I can't even fault you for that. You're actually a victim. You dig? You're actually a victim. I'm supposed to empathize with somebody like you. I shouldn't be in no conflict with a motherfucker that's traumatized like you. You know what I'm saying? And it actually made me say, man, check yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Because you wasn't raised like that. you wasn't raised like that. Like that nigga got some trauma with him and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was cultivated in, trauma and tragedy and shit like that. So it made me say to myself, you need to check yourself, Jamil. I just had to get that off, and that's how I felt coming out of the Stevie Wonder concert and shit. Because everybody wasn't raised on Stevie Wonder. I was. You talking to the dribble, man? What's going on?
Peace. It's King Tony from Connecticut. It's Kingdom United TV. What's good, my guy?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling great, man. How you doing?
My Lord. Yo, I caught you saying something fire. You said you went to a Stevie concert and he opened your eyes.
Stevie Wonder, absolutely.
You said you went to a Stevie Wonder concert and he opened your eyes.
I'm gonna drop something on you. You know what this nigga said at the concert? He wasn't just singing and shit, right? He was teaching too. Stevie Wonder said, I'm blind. You dig?
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm blind, but I have a strong belief in the spirit of God. You dig what I'm saying? So that's how he's in tune with people that's in the audience. When he get on the stage, he taps into your spirit because he can't see you. He can't see you. And I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn. And the shit that he was singing about was homelessness and social issues and shit. Like a lot of those songs that Stevie Wonder put out, they were love songs, but he was talking about love your brother. You know what I'm saying? Honor your mother and father and shit. And everything that came out of his mouth was speaking life and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? So it made me say to myself, if I'm in here feeling like I've touched the spirit of God, but behind the shit that's coming out this nigga mouth, these white people in here feel the same way. You dig? So I'm like, God damn. I'm like, this is how music is supposed to be. Music is supposed to heal and repair your motherfucking spirit. You dig? And that's what happened to me going to that motherfucking concert. Like I said to myself, this is an out of body experience. I'm looking at these white people. We in close proximity. They on both sides of me, behind me, and in front of me. I'm like, they love this man. They love this man through music. You know what I'm saying? And then I thought about hip hop, and I'm saying to myself, hip hop don't make nobody love anybody. Everything that comes out of the speakers is something rotten or something destructive and shit. And it immediately made me think about D1. You know what I'm saying? It immediately made me think about D1 and the stuff that he's saying right now and shit. So again and shit. Stevie Wonder said, I can't see anybody when I haven't, when y'all around me, I'm dealing with spirituality and shit. I can feel your spirit because I can't see you. So I thought that was the shit. And I highly recommend anybody that could go to a Stevie Wonder concert to go, or anybody who's not familiar with his music to get familiar with it. Word.
Just to touch on a couple of things, and I salute you for that. You know, you doing like powerful things, Gully. I'm 40. You know, I'm on the verge of turning 40, so I'm right in close to the age group.
Right.
You know, I did my little time in prison, played in the street, was a street dreamer, all of that. So I relate to you on a lot of different things. And you know, you just giving you your flowers. You definitely influencing people in a positive way and leading by example. A lot of people don't understand the way to lead is by example. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Stop smoking. You didn't have to come up on here campaigning. Y'all niggas need to. You led by example. You know what I'm saying? And you influence people positively to make the change that they want for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So just to know that, like, that's the proper way to lead and to be a leader of culture. You know what I'm saying?
Leading by example. That's that point guard shit. It's in my spirit.
I was a point guard too.
So you already know what we do.
Yeah.
You already know what we do. I appreciate you calling in, man. Thanks a lot.
Let me say one last thing, Gully, before you cut me off.
Go ahead.
I remember when my baby mom was pregnant and she was reading that book, that Corinne Steffens book, and that's equivalent to what you was just saying about your lady playing that music on the way to the concert. It has an influence. I remember I slapped the book out of her hand, 8 months pregnant, threw that shit across the room. Like, why is you reading this shit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that everything has an influence on our morality and our choices as adults, and I salute you for leading by example. But I'm going to tap out. I'll check in another day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Next caller. Call in, talk to the dribble, man. I've been here over an hour. I'm going to give y'all another 5-10 minutes. I really, really appreciate y'all. You are really maturing, young brother. They said only a fool remains the same. A wise man will change many times. So I've been online with y'all a long time. I went through the cocoon and shit like that. I'm on the other end of the transition and shit. I'm at the butterfly stages and shit. So I have to share this with y'all. I couldn't possibly be the same person I was 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago and shit. Word up. Stevie took over where Donny Hathaway left off. Very similar style of singing. Man, let me tell you something. This nigga, they walked him up there on the stage, his daughter and his son. Sat him down. This nigga sings. He in a chair like this joint that I'm in, right? This nigga singing, playing the piano. He'll spin around, start beating on the fucking bongos, and then turn around and pick up a motherfucking harmonica and start blowing the motherfucker. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, God damn. This is too much. I'm like, this is too much. I'm like, this is too much, man. Like, this was too much. This is some shit that, and he got an orchestra behind him and shit. Like, this shit was like unbelievable. Unfucking believable. He said, play the drums too. Yeah, this is unbelievable. Like, I never seen a motherfucker just go hammer like that, and he's blind. I'm like, God. And I'm just talking about the instruments he's playing. He sing his ass off. He sung Ribbon in the Sky, man. The roof damn near fell in. No bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit. Straight up. He said, I've seen Stevie Wonder a few times. You ain't lying. Man, that shit was unbelievable, man. This motherfucker singing, then turn around and do a solo with a harmonica. It's crazy. Virginia, talk to the dribble.
Yo, this is me, Sunny Sunday again. Hey, listen, I wanted to just touch on the Stevie Wonder thing, too. I had an opportunity to see him, too, live.
Right.
And I totally understand what you're talking about, man. This was probably like 10 years ago. It was out here. It was in D.C. And the room, man, the room had this feeling. I mean, you get that from his music anyways. He's my favorite male vocalist of all time.
That was God, man.
My seats, look, a girl bought me the seats, right? But
Yeah.
my seats was like to the right. And like I was kind of in the rafters, right? But you know, when he's on the piano, he's facing like to the left.
Yeah, he was.
I thought I had bad seats.
Yeah.
But I wound up sitting on the side where his piano was facing me, and I swear to God, wallahi, he was doing this. He did this number, right? And you know how he does that like hug thing. I did a hug thing, and he did it right back. Like I was like in eye shot of him. And
yeah.
He did the hug thing, and I felt like, damn, like he can see me like hugging, doing that. You know, hugging himself, right?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I was like, yo, Stevie Wonder is something else, man. Another thing, I don't know if your audience knows, then I'll let y'all go. Stevie Wonder probably is one of the most impactful black artists of all time for one reason and one reason in totality. He was responsible for giving us Martin Luther King Day. A lot of people don't know that birthday song. Happy birthday.
That's the only song he didn't sing last night, but I was telling my shorty, like, this nigga got a Martin Luther King song. Yeah.
That song is about Martin Luther King, and a lot of people don't know the happy birthday song is what led to, because it's basically saying, why doesn't he have a birthday? We should celebrate his birthday. And because of that, the government passed legislation to give us Martin Luther King Day. I just wanted to drop that on people.
Incredible. Each one teach one. Thanks again.
Yeah,
Thank you.
He's the last one, man. Hey, peace.
Peace. No artist will have the aura Michael Jackson had. Stevie Wonder was someone who cultivated Michael Jackson. He was at Motown. He was older than man, that nigga's a bad dude, man. He said the song My Sharia Moore, he wrote that about a female. Mind you, he's blind and shit. He said that he found out that she liked it somebody else, so he went and wrote a song about her and shit. It's I can go on and on and on about Steve Morris is his name, but he's known professionally as Stevie Wonder. I'm about to get up off of here. I appreciate y'all for calling in tonight. I had a wonderful bill with y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notification. And that's all I have for right now. Follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_. If you want to listen to a dope song by Stevie Wonder, it's called As. A-S. Just type in A-S and put Stevie Wonder after it and shit. That shit'll blow your mind. I'm up out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Peace.